Pierroberto, good morning. Thank you very much for being here with us today. We're very excited about what we're going to discuss. I would like to open this up and discuss a little bit about Maire Tecnimont, what type of company you are, what are your major business challenges. We know that you are a well-known, global present international group with presence in more than 45 countries, 9,000 employees, so quite diverse. And you are working in the crossroads between manufacturing and energy, so a very vibrant sector. What are the most important challenges your business is facing today?
Thank you, Manos, for your question. Just a couple of words about ourselves. We are engineers all over the world that translate engineering into realization. So we are either technologists, but at the same time also constructor of chemical technologies. So we are deeply rooted in this industry since decades. And basically, we transform natural resources into products. So in this sense, we are at the crossroad between the energy sector and the industrial sector. The big challenge is, it's a fascinating new world made of energy transition on the one hand and digitalization on the other hand. So energy transition meaning change the natural resources, no fossil fuels, but other sources of carbon and other sources of energy like electrons, and transform circular economy, so even the hydrogen and carbon embedded in other sources such as wastes or such as agriculture, and transform them into products, which is our DNA since ever. So the first big challenge is energy transition. The second big challenge is to digitalize as much as possible all the processes of those fantastic plants. So to procure that the state-of-the-art technology, either in terms of automation, either in terms of artificial intelligence, simulation processes. So we are a big supporter of a transformation of the plant engineering, taking full swing all the potential of new technologies, which is in a sense a reserve of value of our industry. So our industry can do a lot more incorporating in its own industrial processes as much technology as possible.
Great, and you already mentioned about the importance of technology, and let me try to drill down a little bit on this with a little bit of a swing on people and communities that Maire Tecnimont is servicing and is close to. You are well known as being investors to your own people. You invest a lot on your skills. You already said that technology for you is an important lever. When it comes to impacting the people in the communities you are working to or with or close to, what are the major, let's say, takeaways or the major initiatives that Maire Tecnimont is taking?
No, thank you, Manos, also for the second question. At the end of the day, our business is made of the quality of our people, attitude of our people, talent of our people. So we don't have cranes, we don't have basically assets different from the brain, the heart, the courage, the intellectual strength of our people. So when your asset is the people, whatever you can do to maximize not only the productivity, but the power of your people with all the new technologies, we are absolutely engaged. So consider ourselves, as we were discussing before, early adopter of whatever is state-of-the-art, which is also the signature, the footprint of our alliance together. So whenever there is a new instrument, whenever there is a new leverage, we would like to be there with agility, with entrepreneurship, with being distinctive also in the way we embrace the IT instruments more and more.
Our two companies have been trusted partners, and actually we have been cooperating since 2015 in different areas, Digital core was one of them, the area of human capital management that you already stated as a very important one, procurement, and you have always been making decisions at the forefront of technology. And the deal we're signing today with RISE for SAP is another attestation to that. What is the value of the partnership between a global leader like Maire Tecnimont and a technology company with global presence like SAP?
Thank you very much, Manos, for this question. As any good partnership, we are thinking it as a journey from the state of the art of the previous step to the new options and the new state of the art of the latest potential of new technologies. So that's the way we are reading our partnership, to be together in the long term, evolving from the best to the new best as much as possible. So it's a kind of long-term journey that is capitalizing on previous successes in order to position our group to have access to the best in every domain, in every respect. Let me add another dimension of this success. We are in an industry which is the energy industry, which is changing its skin. And we are in the part of the industry that are taking very bold steps, very committed, but also conscious and convinced steps. And a characteristic of the partnership, which I truly appreciate, is that with this partnership we are impacting CO2 emissions, because the partnership for the management of the cloud will be absolutely smashing the CO2 emissions of the server farms, which alternatively we would have produced. So I'm very happy that also your company is being at the forefront of CO2 emissions, which is so important. We took very bold and increasingly bold commitments for Scope 2 and Scope 3 emissions, and this partnership is absolutely putting a flag also in this respect.
Thank you very much, and I would, let's say, continue by saying that sustainability as a theme has rose a lot in terms of importance. Recently, we have completed also a study for the Italian market specifically, and it seems like we are in a point of change when it comes to consumer conscience at how they treat the topic of sustainability. In the past, it was just about if a company was, let's say, green. At this point, it seems like the consumers are going towards a different direction, and actually, if you're not socially responsible, they would change their purchasing decision, even if they would pay a little bit more or a lot more, depending on the type of consumer for that. And we as a company have also taken, let's say, such a direction. It would be great if we could join forces in that, on that step in order to show what is possible, what is the art of possible between an industrial leader like Maire Tecnimont and SAP.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's the beauty of being European. So I strongly believe that companies with long roots in European industrial culture today can truly raise a flag, which is industrial, which is not rhetoric, but it will be our way to be distinctive vis-à-vis the rest of the world. So to be truly driven by economic sustainability, no doubt, but social sustainability without compromise.
Pierroberto, thank you very much for being with us today. It's a pleasure and an honor, and looking forward to continue innovating together. Arrivederci.
Thank you, Manos, for the hospitality, for this pleasant conversation. Thank you indeed.